What's going on, guys? It's the cheapest wrestler in the world, Matt Rivera, and this is update number 4. Man, we've come a long way. And I was originally going to release this next month because 1 month, pretty much from today, it's actually been a full year since TLC reposted my episode of Extreme Cheapskates, since Cody Co picked it up, and then Dank Ops, and then Daz, Bionic Pig, all those other great YouTubers who have shown and reacted to my episode. Yeah, it started about a year ago, so it's been a hell of a journey. Thank you guys so much. Make some noise for yourselves. Absolutely. It's been a crazy ride, so thank you guys for joining me. But wait, there's more. I have a lot more in store for you guys. This update is a really big one because we have some good news, some bad news, some sad news, and everything else in between. So what do you say we get started and talk about some sad news? One of my very first series on this channel, Wrestling Road Stories, has come to a conclusion. Aww. I know. It's sad, but I want to thank you guys so much for taking that stroll with me down memory lane because I thought it was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it, some of the classic stories from touring the independent wrestling scene. Now, when one door closes, another one opens. But actually, let me backtrack a little bit. I've learned in the entertainment industry, never say never. So I'm not saying that it will never be back. But for right now, not so much. But as I was saying, when one door opens, well, that's not right. Now, as I was saying, when one door closes, another one opens up. So I'm introducing a few new series to this channel. Let's talk about it. The first one is a 4-part series called Memoirs of a Cheap Wrestler. Now, for those of you who enjoyed Wrestling Road Stories, you'll really like this one because it takes an in-depth look at my wrestling career from the very first day of training to current day. We're talking IWF in New Jersey to Extreme Cheapskates and Impact Wrestling and everything in between. This series will feature other wrestlers as well as we pick apart these memories, these matches, and these moments that made Matt's career Matt's career. The second series is strictly for the wrestling fans. It is called Talk is Cheap. I always swore I would never do a wrestling podcast. I was like, nope, no wrestling podcast. No thank you. I'll pass. Appreciate it. So I decided to make the mecca of wrestling podcast. I'm going to take ex-wrestlers, super fans, other podcast hosts, bring them all together, and we're going to have a Knights of the Round Table of wrestling podcast. Now, once this series begins, there'll be a new episode every single week. So you have 30 minutes of recapping Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and AEW. So check it out. This is strictly for the wrestling fans. Talk is cheap. Now, the third series is technically not new. So right after Cody Co, I started something called Cheap Shots. There was only 3 episodes, and they were very short cheap life hacks, if you will. And I decided I really wanted to bring this back. And I know sometimes I do some cheap stuff on the freeway to success, but I wanted something that pinpointed just one cheap activity specifically. So my sugar mama gave me this great idea. She was like, why don't you watch other episodes of Extreme Cheapskates and try out one of their life hacks and let the people know if it really works or not. She's so smart, that's why I keep her around. I thought it was a fantastic idea, and what a great way to bring back Cheap Shots. Now, those are 3 new series that are coming to this YouTube channel, so check them out. Which series are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments. So you've heard the sad news. It's just so sad. Now it's time for the bad news. This channel had become a way to document my ventures as I returned back to the wrestling ring. And it's been a roller coaster ride, to say the least. You know, you guys really got behind me, and I felt your energy. I felt your hope. I felt your positive vibes to get back into that wrestling ring. And I really just wanted to make you guys say, wow, he did it, to show you guys that anything is possible. So this channel was supposed to surround my progress heading back into the wrestling ring and give you guys, of course, great entertainment along the way. However, things don't go according to plan, as I said in the last update, but I want to dive into that a little bit more. The country has been slowly opening back up, and I see a lot of wrestlers are starting to return to the ring. Training has begun again. Some shows are slowly opening up, and it's a slow process. However, I have to be really, really, really blunt here. I'm not one of those people that are going to jump into the ring as soon as, they say we're allowed to again. I just don't feel it's safe. I have a feeling that we will see a second wave of this virus. I personally know at least 30 people who have contracted the virus, and 20 of them passed away, And I'm hesitant. I'm very, very, very hesitant. I'm one of those people, I just don't think it's safe. I just don't think it's a smart idea to get in the ring with a stranger, multiple strangers actually, because you're going to at least have a referee. And some people might say, oh, don't wrestle a stranger, but realistically, you don't know where people have been, and that's close quarters. You're breathing on the person, you're touching the person, you are on top of another person. And for some people, it's fine. They might not care, but for me, it's a little different. If you've watched the second episode of The Freeway to Success, you will know this about me, but if not, I'll tell you right now. I have a disease called Crohn's disease, and a lot of the medications for it may lower my immune system and make me more susceptible to other illnesses. So with that said, that doesn't make me eager to step into the ring at this point in time. I need to make this clear. I am not judging my wrestling brothers and sisters for doing that. But I even look at the most famous wrestling company in the entire world, the WWE, and we've heard of at least a couple of cases of the coronavirus, and that doesn't make me feel better at all. I mean, you have the biggest wrestling promotion in the whole world, and still people are contracting this virus. To me, that tells me it ain't over yet. Not by a long shot. So the bad news is I'm putting an indefinite hold on my wrestling career. Like I said earlier in the video, never say never. This is the entertainment industry. You never know what's going to happen. So we've gotten a little bit of bad news, a little bit of happy news, a little bit of sad news, but I want to leave this thing off on a very positive note. Another big update is pretty soon I'll have my own merchandise out, so be on the lookout for that. And before I wrap this up, I actually wanted to send a special shout out to Bufo on the Beat. Thank you, brother. He gave me my first ever live stream donation. I'm the cheapest wrestler in the world, Matt Rivera. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, ring-a-ding-a-ding that bell, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace! Not by a long shot.